Hey, what's going on, everyone? Merith here. So with Alpha 20 dropping today, I thought I'd do something that I haven't really done much on this channel, which was show off my Alpha 19 base before we delve into 20. I would consider this to be like probably one of the better Horde bases that I've ever designed, and I thought, well, considering this base is going to be gone, might as well just give you guys a tour before we say finally goodbye to it and one last Horde night. So as you see, you go over, you have a nice little drawbridge over here. Down here on the perimeter, we have some blade traps. Some are, oh, there's a bag. Some are operated by solar, some are gas. But before I do that, I'll take us in the other entrance right here. That's a little subterranean entrance that I built right here, which leads down basically to the garage area. We got some gas pumps, some leftover vehicles with plenty of gas. Which leads right into the main living quarters, you could say. Over here, we have our full kitchen, double sink, granite countertops, and modern appliances, I must say. And some soda machines. This, you could say, is a main entertainment space. TV, nice sofa, bed, bookcases, computer where I play 7 Days to Die, and of course, Jen, who decided to move in with me because, well, she liked me that much. At least she has a TV to watch. And then, of course, we have a modern bathroom in here. All the amenities, and, of course, a nice tub for when you're done killing zombies. Nothing beats a nice aromatic bath with some nice candles. Hey, Jen. How you doing? Oh yeah, and a vending machine. Up the ladder here takes us into basically the main area of the base where we have all the forges, chemistry stations, cement mixers, and workbenches, which I have to collect some rockets here that I was making. Main storage area right here. Everything labeled according to what it's supposed to have in it. I don't think I have enough money, but oh well. Very small mushroom realm, though. Got a coffee maker and, of course, a water cooler. And some of the electrical wiring that we have here. Up here in the main area, you have a nice little skylight here with all of our plants and all of our power area right here. So as you can see, there's a robust number of generators and electricity going through here. All these need to be activated for Horde Night, except for, well, the solar ones and nice little graphical glitches right there. Some of it's painted. I didn't get a chance to finish all of the painting, as you can see, but I kind of like some of the stuff I did, some of the colors. So up this ladder right here takes us to the outside and takes us to basically the solar power area. So I only managed to do, well, that one disappears. I only managed to do about 6 generators. They all have tier 6 solar cells and are pretty much maxed out. And of course the sun is able to get down on the crops. So I built the wall here 4 blocks high. That was to avoid any of the cops spitting or any of the vultures, because what was happening was that I had it in like a 2 or 3 block height, and unfortunately the spit was getting to it and it was actually destroying these. These are very delicate, so any amount of concentrated fire from the cops on a Horde night will pretty much destroy them. A nice view of the city over there. I put 2 SMG turrets on each side. One here and one here, just to kind of give a little bit of bird defense, but nothing major. Over on each side, you can see that there are jug turrets. I've amassed a substantial amount. These were all found. Every single one of them. They are all fully loaded. So that basically the way it'll work is that while you're standing on each side fighting the Horde as they're coming in, 2 of them will be activated and firing. As soon as the other 2 run out of ammo, the next 2 in line will start firing, and so on and so forth. So you kind of have some additional firepower with you every single Horde night. So let me just jump down here real quick and just kind of show you a little bit more. So as you saw earlier, there's the channels where the zombies will fall in. It goes around the entire perimeter of the base. All these will be activated during a Horde night. Over there, you have a cage set up where I've got 2 SMG turrets and 1 shotgun turret. That's the same on every side. And in order to get up to the main base, I have to go up this ramp. Well, there's the sign. First, there is some electrical fences right here with a trigger plate. That'll activate when they step on it, and of course they'll get electrified and darts will hit them. Next step right there. Well, sounds like we got a victim. Next step over there is going to be the shotgun turrets, which is there, and the other side right over there. I managed to get through that. There's 2 more trigger plates and 4 more dart traps. We got some customers. 2 blade traps on each side here. Another trigger plate which activate these dart traps above, and another electrical fence. Should they get through that, and let's say, for example, all of the turrets above run out of ammo, these sledge turrets will hopefully try to push them back, if the ammo is run out. Further in, on just 2 sides, I didn't get a chance to do all 4 sides, you have a couple more electrical fences, a couple more trigger plates, and a whole slew of blade traps here. Should they try to make it any further in, there's 2 more trigger plates on this side and on the other side with 2 more dart traps, and a blade trap and spikes throughout. So as you can see, it pretty much is duplicated on each side, give or take a little bit. Threw some spikes in, just for good measure along the way. Here's the other side here with the other set of dart traps. Blade traps. Same thing here, I have 4 dart traps here and some SMG turrets. Don't ask me how they ended up there and nowhere else. As you can see, you have the cage there with all of the 2 SMGs and the shotgun. And a little customer right here. But just to give you an idea, this was a map generated with Nitrogen Map Maker. It does not have any custom POIs, unfortunately. I didn't realize how to add them until later on, so I've pretty much explored most of this map, as you can see. Pretty much everywhere. I decided to settle in right where I was, because I kind of like the desert biome. It's kind of nice for, especially for sunsets. I also decided to grab some of the trees from the snow biome and to plant them on the outside there. Just for a little extra effect. I've also set it up so that there's way more zombies in the different biomes. I think it's 3 or 4 times. And also I added in Demolisher zombies that could show up as random spawns. Also forgot to include different power rooms that I added in here. Now the gas is good in all these. This is the last Horde night we'll do anyways, so... There's one on this side here, and diagonally on the other side over there, directly to the northeast, is another one, with another 3 generators. To get an idea of what it looks like, the wiring and everything like that, let me just enter God mode real quick, and just have you take a look. The generators are pretty much, some of them are here. They all go to a whole bunch of relays, which go underneath here. This is the setup beneath the blade traps right here, which you can see, so that all the wiring is hidden. And they're all protected. If zombies ever were to get down here, then all these relays are protected. Most of the wiring kind of comes in here, in the center. You can see here all the different relays. I tried to color code them. I wasn't super successful with it, but I got most of them. Some are hidden in the ground here. As you can see, there's 4 generators here, which lead to these relays on the inside, which then eventually all lead out. As you can see, most of the solar ones are all hooked up correctly. And you can see all the relays that had to be placed on each side in order to get all these traps and everything like that to work. I will admit that when repairing, I do sometimes use God mode because it makes things a whole lot easier. It just gives you an idea of the elaborate wiring that you would need to do, or rather that I had to do, that I wanted to make sure that the relays were safe and everything was wired up. So you can see Here's the back end of everything. You see the different dart traps, everything like that. They should be full. Yeah, they are. More or less. Full enough. And again, here's the other power room on this side. Another 3 generators. This would be very difficult to completely do 100% solar. I was thinking about trying to do as much solar as possible. I got some extra mines there, look at that. But the amount of effort it would have taken would have been just absolutely crazy. So I kind of gave up on doing most of solar. I also did want to create an airfield or something like that. That was just another thing that unfortunately just never reached fruition, unfortunately. As far as my character is concerned, so I did edit the XML to be able to try to get it as high level as possible. I was trying to get game stage 1000. I did not get there in this alpha. Got to 793. 70,000 kills and only 9 deaths. That's a pretty fair ratio, I would say. But in my estimation, from the different times I've played this, in my opinion, I'm safe to call this, in my opinion, the ultimate Horde base. It is a lot of fun to defend. If demolishers can and will go off, I have most of everything painted over just so you can't see, but most of this is steel, so even if one demolisher does go off, it's not necessarily going to be the end of the world. Actually, let me switch these two around. Pretty much got maxed out weaponry. I haven't found an upgrade in a really, really long time. So you get to the point where I have the Horde set to every 3 days too, because after a while 7 days was just too long, and unfortunately there was only so much looting you can really do before you're going over the same stuff over and over again. So that's pretty much the tour of the base. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'm gonna just hang out for a bit and we'll do this Horde night so you can see a demonstration of how this all works. Alright, so let's get everything going for Horde night. All the generators over here are on. Each of these switches usually controls either an area or a bunch of weapons. I have forgotten to turn some on sometimes, embarrassingly enough. So those are the inner blade traps. And that is the left side right there. Let me just make sure everything is going. Kind of too late now, but... Yep, looking good. We're looking good. And here we go. So you can see the turrets are already taken off. This is at 64 zombies, by the way, so I expect some lag. Lots of fat cops in this wave, as you can see. So you can see down below, they'll fall into the blade traps. Usually they don't get too far because of the amount of electricity and darts and firepower that's hitting them. Oh, we got a cop that exploded. Most of the time, I'm focused firing on the fat cops and the demolishers. I'm letting the traps and everything else do most of the damage down there. Ow. Oh, I forgot to do that. Recog. And gotta make sure I take my vitamins, too. Would help if I had more ammo for my guns as well, right? I'll also try to focus fire on the irradiated whenever I can. So this first wave is not bad. This is mostly a fat cop wave. Oh, no you don't. You're not gonna explode on me. You're not going to explode either. So as you can see, this is a very, very efficient and very deadly base setup. Now let me use a little bit of the armor piercing on the M60. I tend to save this mostly for demolishers. But there's no harm in using it for right now. Hey, 394. No, I do not want to use my machete. So one of the iron bar sets down there has been destroyed, but excuse you. But that's okay, because even if they break some of the defenses, see that, like, that blade trap right there has fallen apart. That's totally fine, though, because there's plenty more where that came from. And if it ever gets to be a little bit too thick, just clear them out with some pipe bombs or something like that. I tend to save the rockets mostly for demolishers. Or obnoxious cops that tend to spit at me a little bit too much. So you can see all these turrets here are completely run out of ammo. They're completely dry. But that's okay, though, because the sledge turrets right there will activate and push them back, as they are right now. You can see they're activated. Well, let me repair this real quick. Alright, we've cleared out this side. That's the first wave done. I think they're coming from the south over here. Yep, they are. Alright, we got some normal cops now, which tells me there's probably going to be demolishers in this wave. So once again, the turrets will help out as much as they can until they run out of ammo. they're doing a really good number on these zombies, too. Another cop. Where are the demos? Where are those demolishers? I'll be a little disappointed if I don't see any demos, but you know what? That's alright too, if there aren't any. In a way, this almost is too effective because they don't get very far, as you can see. And I'm hoping that in Alpha 20 and subsequent alphas, they kind of change that a little bit or make the difficulty a little bit harder. Ow. I'm talking here. Don't you see that? My goodness. Because as much as this base is fun, and it's really a lot of fun to watch the zombies get killed all over and over again, the difficulty doesn't really scale that much more other than what I'm dealing with. And this is set at, as I said before, 64 zombies, so this is at max settings. Let me just make sure I got plenty of ammo available to me. Oh, they're just hammering right into them, these turrets. And most Horde Knights from with this base, I'm able to kill off all of them before 4 AM hits, for the most part. Every now and again, for some strange reason, I won't be able to kill all of them. It'll almost get to the end, but 4 AM will hit and Horde Knight will stop. Do a little exploding zombies here. I would recommend contact grenades. Oh, look at that. Look at those bodies fly. And the other thing about this base setup that makes it really good is that it's a 4-directional base, so that if they take out one-sided defenses, if you're able to get through that particular wave, they'll usually come from 3 different directions. So usually like the north, the south, the east, and or the west. One of those, 3 out of those 4, they'll usually come to. And just like that, we have 2 sides done. Alright, where are they coming from now? I've noticed occasionally you can have a repeat side. Oh, looks like the north now. Very rarely I've seen them come from the same side twice. It's really weird. I've seen it happen, though. Aw, cop exploded over there. That's not cool. There we go, there's a fat cop. Oh yeah, I forgot about the mines down there. There we go. About time we got a demolisher. Oh, no you don't. Oh, now it's okay. Now we got a bit of a fight on our hands. All right. Unfortunately, not completely immune to spit. Trying to be very careful too when taking out the demos, especially from above. Most of the guns, as you can see, are facing their backs, so that when they do fall down, most often than not, they won't get set off by those guns down there in the cages. And the darts, at least as far as Alpha 19 is concerned, do not set off demolishers. Oh, he exploded. All right, just some soil. All right, we're good. We're good. I think one of my buddies here hit him. Gonna have some words with one of these turrets after we're done with this. Couple frag rockets. Nope, he's dead already. Ah, darn it. Alright, well, like I said, this is the last Horde night, so might as well go out with a bang, pretty much. Make sure to repair my M60. It has been a little while since I've played on this base, so I am a little out of practice, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to taking out demolishers. Usually I'm a lot better and can get almost none to explode, but as I said, the brilliant part about it is that there's so many defenses in place that even taking out one or two is not going to make that big of a difference. Take those guys out. Oh, I just missed him. And we got a couple demos down there, but they're being stopped extraordinarily well by the electric fences and everything else. It's pretty much keeping them occupied. We're approaching the end here. Let's just give them all we got. Oh, I hate that. When you forget to reload. The only thing I could do a little bit more was maybe have some more electrical fences, like out there, to try to slow them down a little bit better. Boom. All right. Oh yeah, he took out. Oh yeah, he took out quite a bit here. But the way I have everything configured is that there's more than enough defenses to go around, so... Just a last-minute screamer just because... Well, did I get through them all? Let's see here. I only got the 300... Wow. I only got the 305 out of the 500 for the last wave. That's a shame. But, ended up, game stage 796, 71,000 total kills. So, I mean, the base is pretty much intact. Almost no one even made it to the inner ring, which hasn't happened in a while, mind you, but it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt, rather, to have a layered defense. But I hope all of you that see this have enjoyed this this base demonstration, and as I would classify, one of the ultimate Horde bases in 7 Days to Die. Alpha 19's been a lot of fun. I've had a great time playing this. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in 20, and I'm thinking about maybe posting more content and more videos with 7 Days to Die, and we'll see how that goes. So, thanks everyone for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another video.